My mother taught school at the churches. You know, back in the day, the churches all had a school and they had teachers at the school. And my mother back then, they didn't have to go to college. They were just somebody designated who had enough knowledge to teach. And that's what she did. So I came from an educational home.
Oh, okay.
And he sent all of us to college. All 5 kids that was in his house, he sent to Payne College right down the road. Of course, at that time, you couldn't go to the University of Georgia because it wasn't integrated at that time. So we all went to Payne College, and Booker Jackson and I went into teaching, and Charles Jackson and John Jackson, John went to Vietnam, served in the Vietnam War. He came back and they both worked at Standard Coosa for many years.
Okay.
As you know, it went out of business, but like going to Crawfordville, they worked there. And my sister went to Payne, married a guy from Florida, and she lived all her life in Florida. But now her husband passed, and she's back here at Foxwood, living in Washington, Georgia. So the sister and
the Jackson Five.
The Jackson Five. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And you never did hear our record, did you? We didn't put one out. But we did have a newspaper, Pat. Let me just show you how close we were. We had a newspaper that we printed every week. And we still got those newspapers from back in the 60s and the 70s. And we would print those newspapers. It was called the Jackson Courier. Mm-hmm. And we got articles and stories in there. We would type. Yes, you had the manual typewriters back then. And it's amazing the things that we put in there. And we can't do nothing but sit back and laugh at them. Yes, the things we had in there. We had the TV schedule and all. Just, it was pretty amazing. We had our own newspaper.
Yes, sir.
Circulation 5.